What's up, everybody? A little Friday night live stream here. Oh, I hear myself. This is on delay. Haven't done a I haven't done a live stream in a long time. I used to do a live stream like every Monday night, and now I am kind of slacking in that area. What's up, George, Alex, Barton? What's up, everybody? Like I said, I used to do a live stream once a week at least, and then you know, life got in the way, so I hadn't done a live stream in a little while. So I thought I'd hop on here tonight while I had a little bit of free time to chat and hang out. Thank you guys for joining me. Exciting times on the channel. So first of all, yeah, George, me too. First of all, getting very close to 70K. I think I'm at 69.3K currently. So that's awesome. And nearing 70K, which is a big goal. I mean, of course, 100K is the first mega goal. Appreciate that, guys. So, uh, really want to get one of those fancy plaques, that you put on the wall. Just been marathoning your videos before this. Thank you very much. I had a video did very well yesterday. Um, oh, watching from the Philippines. Thank you very much. It's already Saturday where you are. Well, happy Saturday. It'll be Saturday here in about 7 hours where I am. But had a video that did really well yesterday. Morissette with the song about about her faith and everything. That song did very well. Got like 35,000, 36,000 views already. It's only been up like a little over 24 hours. I was very thrilled with that. Always love listening to great singers, getting you guys input on them. Yeah, Could You Be Messiah was the name of the song. And man, that video did very well. Always try to be as genuine as possible on the reactions. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm just putting on a show. And that song was very personal, very very real, very raw, very genuine. So I think a lot of people enjoyed listening to that together yesterday. So A+ on that. Um, anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Like I said, I haven't done a live stream for those of you just joining us. I used to do a live stream once a week. I haven't done a live stream in a while. So this is my first one. I like your reaction to Tim from Home Free. Thank you very much. Saw Home Free put out a new song today or a new cover or something. So I'm going to have to be checking that out here soon. Can't wait for that. Good to see you guys, man. I've missed doing the live stream. It's one of those things where um, it's one of those things where every week I'm like, man, I need to do a live stream this week. I really enjoy doing that, but then you know how life is. Before you know it, you're already at the middle of the week, and then you're at the weekend, and you've not had any time. So glad to finally be able to doing this. To be doing this rather. Have you reacted to Tim Faust breaking the sound system? Actually, I have. I don't know which exact video you're referring to, but I have reacted. I think me and my fiance reacted to that one. George, hello in Texas. What inspired you to start creating YouTube videos? That's a great question. Honestly, everybody, most people I know in my age group want to start a YouTube channel. They also, it's like YouTube channels and podcasts are the two things. Like everybody wants to do it. They just never. I don't know if they don't feel like they have the tools, like the camera, the audio editing ability, whatever. They don't know if they have that ability to do that, or most of the time they just don't have any idea what kind of content to do. And what I started doing a couple years ago is I found the reaction channels and stuff. And what I really enjoyed was listening to people, the music reaction channels, where it was clear that the people reacting had credibility. They were musicians themselves, or singers, or music teachers, voice coaches, and all vocal coaches, and all that. I loved hearing their input, and I was like, man, I'm a singer, a songwriter, musician, all that stuff. I've been doing music my whole life, So I feel like maybe people could be interested in what I have to say. So that was kind of the catalyst behind me. And then COVID happened, and we had a lot of free time. So it doesn't make up for all of the devastation that's happened with COVID. But the only bright spot about the COVID quarantine stuff for me was that I had time to finally just sit down and do it. And I didn't expect it to take off so fast. I was shocked. I mean, I remember when I got 1,000 subs, I was like, man, this is awesome. If I don't get another sub from here, this is great. Just the fact that 1,000 people would subscribe to watch me and listen to music with me, and now here we are nearing 70,000. I would have nearly burst at the seams if you told me I'd be at 70K in a little over a year. So you got to make a reaction to Go the Distance. Voice Plays newest cover. I will be checking that out. I love that's Go the Distance, like the Disney Go the Distance. I'm assuming. I hope. Indiana. What's up, Jim? What's up, Owen? First live I've caught of you. Lindsay here watching from Alabama. Yes. We're at in Alabama, if you don't mind me asking. How long have your family been singing for? Well, they've been singing for like since the 80s. I was born in 93, which used to not feel like that long ago, but now it's like, whoo, man, 93. I always, when I have to sign up for something on the internet and I got to keep scrolling down to get to the year I was born, it gets further and further every year. I'm like, man. But yeah, so we traveled for a while, then we stopped, and now we're we were back doing it before COVID. Uh, Idaho is where Owen's watching from. Thank you very much. Alex is watching from Tennessee. Love Tennessee. Lived in Tennessee for a long time. So yeah, I'm here to take any questions you might have. I'm just here to hang out, talk about music. George was born in 81. So you know how the feeling is, George. When you gotta keep on scrolling to get to that year you were born, it's like, man, how much longer am I going to have to scroll? Uh, a 45-minute to hour drive from Huntsville. I'd be anxious to know what town that is. California. Wow. You know what? Before COVID started in 2020, I went to LA for the first time. I went to LA for the first time in February of 2020. Thank God I didn't get COVID because it was circulating then and we didn't even know it. But I went to LA with a couple buddies of mine, and that was the first time I'd ever been to California, period, but especially LA. Loved it. Obviously, I'm a big Lakers fan. Loved LA. I'd love to go back. Um, Watching from Utah. Hey, I reacted to that, Barton. I reacted to two different versions of Angelina Jordan, A Million Miles. So search for it. It's on there. Um, uh, so funny story, Mrs. Chappie 81. The high school that I went to, I played football in high school, and we played Elkmont in the playoffs, and they killed us in the playoffs that year. It eliminated us. I know exactly where Athens is. I know exactly where Elkmont is. I was just in Huntsville the other night for my step niece's birthday at the Top Golf place there. Um, Three people on here born in 1981. I'll tell you what, 80s music is some of my favorite. So I was probably past my time being born in 93. Uh, there you go, George. All right. Yeah, I know exactly where that is. I'm in Pulaski, Tennessee. Been there many times. John's watching from the Philippines. Thank you for tuning in, John. I know we had somebody else on here from the Philippines. Said it's already Saturday over there, so y'all are tuning in late. Um, yeah, well represented in Alabama here. Um, so, watching from the Blue Ridge Mountains down in North Carolina. Wow. Somebody asked what my favorite genre was a little bit ago. I honestly don't. It depends on the day. Um, there's another version of the Angelina Jordan deal. Well, I'll have to go check that out too. Um, Somebody asked what my favorite genre was. Like I said, it depends on the day. I mean, I listen to just about anything. Um, George says, "Roll Tide, roll." I gotta go War Eagle, man. But I have a lot of respect for the Crimson Tide. Hey, one thing I want you guys to do as you're on here, I'm gonna put a link in the comments. So I know I'm super behind on doing this, but I just made a Facebook page, like a official Facebook page for myself, like a couple weeks ago, a few weeks ago, and I'm trying to get it off the ground, trying to build that up. It's only a few weeks old. I put the link there if you guys will think of going over there, clicking like. Um, yeah, anything counts as a genre. It should. Means you had an eclectic music taste. What's up, Will? I'll tell you what, guys. I'll be honest with you. I've been kind of bummed out today. That's why I wanted to do the live stream tonight. I needed something to lift my spirits because, man, I knew there was a reason why I turned off cable news about a year ago and stopped watching. Uh, but today has been rough. I know y'all. There's a shooting in Indianapolis today at this in the wee hours in the morning at a FedEx place. It just I don't know about you guys. When I see that kind of stuff going on, that just takes my breath away. That just bums me out, to say the least. I mean, that just it's the first thing I saw this morning when I got on Twitter was that there was a shooting there, and I just I hate to hear that, and all of the stuff that's been going on with different stuff going on in Chicago and stuff. I wanted, yes, Will, the world has gone crazy. I just wanted to hop on here tonight and get an escape from all of it, man. It gets heavy sometimes. Sometimes I got to log out of my social media because it just gets too much. Everybody's got an opinion on how to fix things, but yeah. Um, yeah, the world's gone crazy. Very sad indeed. I was just in Indianapolis last week. My prayers go out to them. Yeah, I love Indianapolis and got a lot of friends in Indiana. It's just horrible. Just feels like there's something new. You can't even mourn one terrible tragedy with before some other tragedy happens. I don't know, man. We got a lot of work to do. It's terrible. Um, so that's why, like I said, I wanted to hop on here tonight, do this live stream because you know, just wanted a chance to turn off the news, turn off Twitter for a while. You know, because like I said, everybody's got a solution, but everybody just starts arguing. I can't. Yeah, Will. That song I reacted to from Morissette yesterday just, you know, uh, spoke to me in a mighty, mighty way, and absolutely does even more today. Um, Never gonna give you up, or the Home Free cover. Just reacted to that last week. That was hilarious. That was much needed comedic relief. Make sure you guys click the like button here on this video. Click like. Get those likes up. So, um, got some cool stuff on the horizon, man. As like I said, nearing 70K here on YouTube. I think last time I checked, I was at 69.3. So we're getting close to 70K. Um, uh, which is the next goal, but the mega goal is 100K because I want to get one of those fancy plaques. But not that I'm going to stop at 100K. I mean, we're going to keep this thing going. And yes, the home free Rickroll was great. But 70K is next. So that's exciting. Been talking about collabing with some different YouTubers. Obviously, you guys know King Family Reacts. Dennis over there. We've collabed before. We've talked about doing that again. You guys seem to enjoy that. Those of you who checked it out. Um, I did a reaction to Pentatonic's 90s dance medley last week. It's tremendous. A lot of fun. Um, But Jacob Restituto, if you guys watch his channel, we've been in contact as well. We actually did a joint live stream type thing, um, and that was a lot of fun. So we've been talking about collabing, and I tell you, I keep every time I do these live streams, I mention this just because I want to see what you guys think about it. If you think it would be a good idea, but I really, and I mentioned earlier, everybody wants to do this, but I want to start a podcast where I interview other YouTubers, hopefully musicians, singers, all this stuff. Could upload it here on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple, all that stuff. Um, I've been toying with the idea of doing that for a while. I just want to make sure that that's something that people would be interested in. And yes, I did see Jacob Restituto. I got to interview Tim Faust of Home Free. That's tremendous. And yes, anytime Emily's on the channel, it's a hoot. My fiance, she reacts to stuff with me sometimes, and people love that stuff. It's great. But yeah, I've been toying with the idea of doing that podcast for a long time, and just wanted to make sure that people would be interested in checking it out, because the day me and Jacob kind of collabed on his live stream, and we had a blast. I mean, we talked for probably about 30 minutes, and it just flew by. A lot of people interacting with us, so we enjoyed that. Megan, hello. I hope you're doing well too. Glad you guys are hanging out with me on Friday night. It's the weekend. I did a poll last week on one of my community posts where I asked what your ideal Friday night was, and I listed some options there. And the options were like, hey, going out with friends, of course, pre-COVID, I guess that would be, but going out with friends, quiet evening at home, sleeping, Netflix and chill, or date night, I think was the five options for what your ideal Friday night was. And overwhelmingly, the results were quiet evening at home was what most everybody recommended. I don't know if that's kind of what the COVID quarantine has done to us, where it's just like, man, I'm kind of good staying home. But I relate. I relate. I do appreciate it, Owen. Um, but I relate so much because I do miss my friends that I haven't been able to hang out with as much because of COVID. Although, thankfully, I don't know how many of you guys have gotten vaccinated, but I got vaccinated back at the beginning of March. So I am fully vaccinated, and a lot of my friends are fully vaccinated. So I'm finally being able to hang out with people that I haven't been able to hang out with in a while, and that's great. But still, I'm never going to complain about Friday night just being hanging out at the house. You know, what's up, guys? Alex, Bo Bear 10, Yo. George says his ideal Friday night is Netflix and chill. I feel like Netflix and chill and a quiet evening at home are kind of the same thing. Um, yes, Shay. George, what are the numbers like in Texas? Because I saw they opened up full, no mask, no nothing. I was wondering what their numbers would be like, uh, COVID cases after that. Alex just got his second dose. Good for you. Like I said, I got mine back at the beginning of March. Didn't really have any side effects at all, thankfully. Love your reaction to Voctiv's Prince of Egypt medley. Yes, I haven't reacted to Voctiv in a while, but I'll tell you what, guys. Last year, if you guys, for those of you who have been around on my channel and been watching my channel for a while, you remember when I did Christmas Sundays. And after Christmas this past year, I kind of took some time off, but it's getting soon. I was planning to start Christmas Sundays back up over the summer because that's kind of when we started it last year. And so, you know, Christmas Sunday will be back very soon, folks. Can't wait because that Voctiv made me think of it because I reacted to so much Voctiv Christmas stuff and probably will continue to do that because I'm sure there's still some that I haven't listened to yet. Josh just came over from watching Austin Brown's live stream. Austin Brown, what a singer he is. Friday nights is usually here at home, working and being available to run calls, volunteer fire department. Saturday nights is my night to go out. Cool. Alex says another Alex says he just got his second dose last Tuesday. Glad to hear it. George says the numbers are going down in Texas. Last he heard, uh, that's interesting because I mean I don't play into the political aspect of it, but it is interesting that these states like Florida and Texas that opened up full on and their numbers really they haven't had a spike. That's very interesting to me. And I'm not trying to come at you with some crazy theory. I just don't get it. I don't get um, you know, why, cuz I've known people that were literally stayed at home for a year and then they step out of the house one time and they get COVID. But then I know people who really didn't take the precautions that seriously. And, I say that. A lot of people that didn't take it seriously got it. But, you look at states like Texas and Florida, and there's one more in there. I can't remember what the other state was that opened up full on and they really didn't have a spike. I don't know. I don't get it. I just hope that we're in a good enough place by the fall that football stadiums can be at least 75% full. I would love that as a sports fan myself. I miss having the fans there. They're saying July 4th might be a double celebration here in Ohio. No more mask mandate. I know initially at one point they said they were planning on people being able to celebrate the 4th of July normal uh, here in the U.S. I hope that happens. I know starting May 1st, anybody who wants a vaccine can get one. So I hope people keep on getting it. I know we're like vaccinating like 300 million people a day or something here. Or not 300 million people a day, but that's total that we're at right now. I think total we're at 400 million people with at least one dose. And George, you better believe I watched WrestleMania, and yes, they had fans, and I was not prepared for how refreshing that was going to be to see fans, because wrestling is a that's a type thing like they gotta have fans. They need fans more than anybody else because it all kind of revolves around fans. Megan says her ideal Friday night is having a good old singing session and baking cookie pizzas. Lord, let's all go over to Megan's and have a cookie pizza after COVID's over. I mean, after we're all vaccinated. Um, Edge got screwed. I more so thought that Drew McIntyre kind of got messed over too. I thought he deserved to have his moment in front of people. WrestleMania just ain't right without the Undertaker. Yeah, it's definitely he was a staple of that for a long, long time. Like I said, everybody, I just started a new Facebook page a few weeks ago, and I wish you guys would go. I put a link in the comments. I'll put it there again. Uh, Whoops, it's not typing. Hello, there we go. I just made this Facebook page a few weeks ago, and I'm trying to get it off the ground, so you guys can help me out with that. Bernadette, sorry, was on Austin's live stream. I didn't even know he was doing a live stream, so I shouldn't have tried to go head to head with him. Just had knee replacement surgery. Well, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're recovering well, and I hope you get better soon. Stone Cold, yeah. Stone Cold hadn't been on in a while though, so. Uh, but yeah, he was definitely Stone Cold was something. Um, Anywho, I didn't actually I didn't upload anything today because kind of ran out of time. But Tony wants to know, do you have any hobbies? I do, other than singing and writing and YouTube. I'm a big. I actually I'm gonna brag on myself for a second, folks. I don't talk much about it because I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm doing an exercise program called DDP Yoga, and I have lost 22 pounds over the last few months. So I usually do a workout every day with that kind of stuff. So that's a hobby that I do every day. Sometimes I like to go for a walk, but I'm a huge sports fan. So pretty much love watching any sport, uh, talking about sports, whatever you want to insert there about sports, especially football. Um, but also, I'm like everybody else. I love Netflixing and chilling. I don't know if that counts as a hobby. Uh, I hear you, Tony. Tony says he lost 40 pounds. Congrats. And he mentioned he lost 40 pounds before his wedding. That's one of the main reasons I wanted to lose some weight. It's because I'm getting married next year, beginning of next year, and I really didn't want to be huge in the wedding photos, and the engagement photos before that. So I wanted to lose some weight. Also, I was just feeling terrible. I mean, I'm only 27, and my back was constantly hurting. My hips were constantly hurting because I was just eating like crazy, wasn't exercising. So that was another reason why I started doing it. Appreciate everybody giving me congrats on the 22 pounds. I don't have an end goal, because if I have an end goal, then I'll eventually hit that end goal and then I'll just stop. So I'm not setting a goal this time. What's your favorite baseball team? Mine is the Braves. Mine is the Braves. I'm a big Braves fan, even though they constantly let me down. My daughter says I need to relax and lay down. My knee hurts a lot, but better than losing my leg due to diabetes. That is better. Knee pain is better than losing your leg. So yes, I agree with that. And especially, man, when I don't know about you guys, when the quarantine started. First of all, it felt like all there was to do was eat. Right? I mean, like all there was to do was, well, go over here to the fridge and give me some food. So that didn't help. But then also, it was like, well, why bother, taking care of myself? I ain't going to see nobody anytime soon, So there's a period of time of that COVID where, I mean, I was already eating way too much. But then once COVID quarantine started, it was just bad. So now, I mean, I still try to, I don't, I, I'm not one of these people, man. I can't just, these people that go on these crazy diets, uh, these people that like, because I know some of these people, and God bless them, they'll be like, all right, for dinner tonight, I'm going to eat a raisin and a peanut. I'm like, okay, listen, you know, I'm not going to make myself miserable. I ain't here for a long time. I'm here for a good time, So I like to eat. I'm going to eat, some good stuff, but I'm just kind of in moderation. I'm making sure that I just keep a track of what I'm eating. Where like before I was just like, I'll eat anything anytime. I don't care if I'm hungry or not. Now I'm listening to my body a little better. Anyway, I don't know how we got on the subject of weight loss, but here we are. If you like Disney, I had a lot of people suggest I react to that, so I may do that. Anywho, TGIF, guys. I always say anywho when I'm transitioning from one part of the live stream to the next. I've realized that. I don't know how much weight I lost, but I do know I went from a size 44 pants to a 36. Alex, I tell you what, I have a scale, but I really I put it away in the closet because I don't want to get so consumed by the scale, because the thing that means the most to me is photos, like, because pictures don't lie. You take like progress photos, that doesn't lie. The pictures are going to have all the proof if you're actually losing weight. So I'm relying on pictures, and then I'm relying on, like you said, clothes fitting better. This shirt is a shirt that I like had stopped wearing because it was too tight. Now I can wear it again. So like stuff like that is what I pay attention to. And diabetes, hypertension, and stress. I feel you. I've I had some. That's another thing. Reason I started exercising is because even at 27, I have a family history of hypertension, so I wanted to get a head on it instead of have issues with it later on in life. Um, I'm reading. It was only a matter of. Tony, his wife, is a nurse. Goes all over the hospital. Got COVID in October. I I tell you, there was a period of time there in the fall into the winter where I mean it was. I felt like every day there was like 5 people I knew getting COVID, and to the best of my knowledge, I never had it. If I had it, it was asymptomatic, and I didn't give it to anybody else. So, um, I don't, I don't know. Um, Bernadette's talking about the Nashville Predators. That's my hockey team. I don't care much for hockey, but Nashville is the team I cheer for. Yes, Casey, your sister lost weight, focused on the shape instead of the number. Yeah, I mean, like that's really what matters. I mean, the number on a scale, because the number on a scale can be misleading, because there's so many factors into how many pounds you are. But like I said, the pictures don't lie. Pictures don't lie. Clothes fitting better don't lie. Measurements, if you take measurements, once a month, that don't lie. So, but scale can be misleading. So I kind of not relying on the scale very much this go around. But I am feeling much better. I'm again, I'm telling on myself here, but before I started exercising, and again, this is the main reason I started, is because I had thrown my back out 3 times uh, within like a year, and like just doing nothing. Like I would just throw my back out. I'm only 27, and I kept throwing my back out. I was like, I feel like I shouldn't have to deal with this right now in my life. I'm in my 20s, and I'm throwing my back out all the time. So I was like, this is ridiculous. I mean, I gotta do something about this. So that was another reason why I started taking care of myself a little better. And so I've been doing it for a little over 3 months. But enough about weight loss. Let's keep talking about other things. So here on the YouTube, as always, I promote this on every video I ever do, but I got covers and original music all over my YouTube. Duets with me and my fiance, covers of stuff, original music that I wish you guys would go check out. Um, yeah, Pierce. He had a friend who had to get back surgery at age 21. I'm a little older than that, but still, that seems 20 seems too young to be having back trouble. Even 30s, I think, seems too young to be having back trouble. Um, I'll definitely check it out, Casey. George, when I was 35, I hurt my back on the Nintendo Wii. That Nintendo Wii stuff ain't no joke, though. Um, the waste is a terrible thing to mind. Yeah, that is how it goes. Um, Anthem Lights, I've heard of them. I think I may have heard like one cover of theirs that somebody shared on Facebook or something one time. I'll tell you what, me and my roommate that I'm one of my best friends that I live with, and I'll live with him till I get married. But we were on YouTube the other night looking up some of those. Some of y'all remember this. I remember I talked about this one night on a live. We were looking up some of those early 2000s music videos of like alternative rock, All American Rejects. Who else? I mean, I can't ever remember the names of the artists. I just remember the songs. My Own Worst Enemy, all that stuff. And we were thinking about like what happened to that genre of music. It completely like disappeared. What in the world? It was like that genre was so prevalent when I was in school, and then around like early 2010s, it just completely went out the door. Um, that was I was listening to some of those songs the other night, watching those music videos. I was like, man, this is better than a lot of stuff that's out there. What happened to this genre? Anybody remember that? Anybody that even if you're a little older than me, a little younger than me, that genre. I wish there were more artists out there still doing that. I don't think I got that, Bernadette. This Girl Scout and Bernie Sanders. I don't think I ever got it. That sounds interesting, though. Sounds very interesting. Um, I tell you what, I had some trouble on YouTube for a period of time a few weeks ago. My had a lot of videos getting blocked, like a lot, and I'd never run into that before. And then I was, trying to upload stuff, and it's so aggravating when you go through all the rigmarole of editing a video together, uploading it, and then it tells you that it's blocked. Um, and I had so many videos doing that. I say that because I was talking about that alternative rock early 2000s stuff. I was doing a throwback Thursday millennial type reaction every Thursday, and every single one would get blocked. It was driving me crazy. And then I had some other singers, that I normally feature on the channel, videos that were getting blocked. It was driving me crazy. I don't know. I would try and dispute it, but some of them still wouldn't become unblocked. So I mentioned Jacob Restituto earlier. I was talking to him about it, and he'd run into some of the same trouble, and he helped me out and told me how to kind of work through that. And a lot of videos, they say they're ineligible to monetize them, to make money off of them. And I was bummed out about that because I was like, man, I wish I could change some of that, at least make some of them where I can make some money off of them. And Jacob also told me how to fix that. He was like, hey, here's what you do to kind of get a lot of those copyright claims released. And I'll be doggone it, he was right. So I had a whole night where I went through and just went through every video I've ever uploaded that was ineligible for monetization and just disputed. And so, because I'm getting married next year, folks. I got a lot of stuff to pay for coming up. Wedding, y'all know weddings are expensive, man. And we're just in the beginning processes of planning it. But like, you got venue, you got photographer, videographer. Appreciate that, James. Like catering, honeymoon. It's like, man, I gotta start getting some of these videos monetized. You know what I'm saying? And so Jacob, I owe him one because he helped me figure out how to get around some of that, and some of it they still won't release them. But George said I was married one time before. Well, at least you can say you were married, George. Um, I'll check that out, Joseph. But anywho, that's why I had a week there on YouTube where I felt like I wasn't uploading very much because everything was getting blocked and I was getting aggravated. So I just wanted to say thanks to Jacob Restituto for helping me figure out how to navigate my way around all of that. Casey will be married for 10 years this June. Congratulations, Casey. A decade. I remember watching you when you were at 3,000 subs. So happy for your growth. Thank you very much. I was talking earlier. I mean, I remember when I hit 1,000 subs, I thought that was the greatest thing in the world. I was like, I said if I never get another sub, this is great. Just to think about the fact that 1,000 people thought it was worth subscribing to my channel, but now I'm almost at 70,000, and I can't even fathom that. That's crazy to me that people like care to hang out with me every day here on YouTube. But I'm very thankful, very thankful. If anybody's got any questions, feel free. I'm in a question answering mood here tonight. I'll probably be on for another about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm in a question answering mood this evening. We've been talking about everything here tonight. We've been talking about sports, weight loss, music, YouTube. George George is talking about his ex-wife. I mean, it's just a really happening thing here on YouTube tonight. We got George talking about his ex-wife who was a gold digger. Kanye said, I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but I'm not going to continue the rest of that lyric because it's inappropriate. What's up, Spike? Good to see you. Spike Rucal. Thank you for joining us here on the stream. Let's make a choral group. I'm always down. Who do you subscribe to on YouTube in terms of reaction channels? The channels that like made me enjoy the reaction videos and were my inspiration behind doing it. First is a channel called Laid Back. He actually he's a rapper and he mostly reacts to other rappers, but he also now he started reacting to other genres as well. But I really enjoyed his stuff, and again, he he seemed he had credibility because he's in the music business, and so I enjoyed his take on a lot of that stuff. So I enjoyed his channel, channel called Brother. It started as two brothers that would react stuff, and they had incredible personalities. Um, and then the other brother started another channel, and now the guy does it with his sister. But they're very entertaining. Of course, Twins the new trend. They really, I owe them. They helped me out a lot on my channel because early on, they had a video that went viral, and I reacted to their reaction, and then they reacted to my reaction of their reaction. Are you following along? And they told people to go to my channel and subscribe and check out my stuff, and they had a lot of people who did. I still get comments to this day on that video. It's like, hey, Twins and New Trends sent me over. Love your channel. So I'm sub to those guys. I really appreciate them for doing that for me back then. I'll tell you what, I mentioned a guy on one of my videos, a channel called Owen Alec. Owenalec. He's a drummer, and he does some reaction stuff. He does some drum tutorials. He doesn't have nearly enough subs. I mean, I think he's, I don't know how many subs he's got, but he's got a very underrated channel. Thank you, Spike. Tito Jackson's Sons. Check that out. Who's your favorite NFL team? Tennessee Titans all the way. I am diehard. Like, I don't think people understand how diehard I am for the Tennessee Titans. That's like, of all the sports I watch and all the teams I cheer for, they're number one. Like, in the fall on Sunday afternoons after church, this is embarrassing, but I work at a church, and when I go, yes, Bernadette, tighten up. When I go to church on Sundays in the fall, you know, we start church an hour and a half before the games usually start. And when church is over, I don't stick around to talk to anybody. I don't stick around to hang out. I go to my car immediately and try to be home to watch kickoff. Now, that would be too much fandom if I left church early to do that. Then I would feel bad. But I stay for the whole service, and then I book it to the car as soon as we're dismissed, and I head home. It's that important. See you, Casey. Have a good rest of your evening as well, George. The Dallas Cowboys. What? Oh my gosh. All right, whatever. See, these are the things. I have so many things that I'm interested in that I would love to have start other channels to see, that would be me as a priest. This person said their priest once started a mass with, the Colts are playing, so buckle up your pew belts, people. This is going to be a quick one. See, there ain't nothing wrong with that. You come to church and you say what you got to say and make it 15 minutes and then get on out. Alex, wish who didn't choke in the playoffs. If you're talking about the Titans, I agree. They really upset me in their playoff game. Spike from Michigan, you talking about the NFL? You talking about Detroit, the Lions? Because if so, you're right. They can't catch a break. Carolina Panthers, yes. I like Carolina. I like the Panthers. But I have so much stuff I would like to start other channels. Because obviously I have the music thing going and that's great, but I would love to have a channel devoted to just talking sports like we are now. For those of you who are interested in that sort of thing, I'd love to have a channel where we do that. I'm a nerd moment. I'm a huge wrestling fan. Would love to have a channel where we talk about that. If any of you watch that stuff, I know George mentioned that earlier. Uh, I would love. I mean, life's too short not to just do it all. Just go after everything you're interested in. I'm just worried there ain't enough hours in the day to do it all, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm mostly just trying to get to 100,000 subs here on the channel I have. Spike, I used to be more of a gamer than I am now. When I was growing up into my teen years, I was a big time gamer, but I'm not as much now. I did, however, get into Fall Guys when that was a big thing last year for like the 2 weeks that was big, and Among Us. Grew up as a Niners fan since I'm from San Francisco. I'm a San Francisco Giants fan. Love Vols, Titans, and Preds. I worked for the Preds. That's cool that you worked for the Preds. Um, I I love college football, but I never really had a team that I was all crazy about until I moved to Alabama. And for those of you who don't know, college football is life or death in the state of Alabama. Like, you better make up your mind who you're going to cheer for in college football if you're here, because there's a huge rivalry between Alabama and Auburn. You got to pick a side of the fence, and every November they play each other, and it's pretty intense. Like, there are like husbands and wives who won't speak the week of the game. Like, it's one of those type things. So yeah. Um, what is self defense? I don't know what's. I mean, there's a lot of things that are self defense. I don't know what you're referring to though. This quarantine stuff is killing me. Neither of my choirs have met since last January. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Ugh, hate it. I'm ready for COVID to end. Have you seen some of the clips of Steve McNair's son? I don't think I have, Alex. Alabama hates Auburn fans and vice versa. I mean, they hate each other. It's cutthroat. Have you ever heard of a fourth impact group? I have. I have heard of them, but I have not. I think I've heard like one song from them. Must be what Austin wrote is that song about I hate Alabama. Oh man, I hope it's about the yes, yes, yes. Liking college football in Alabama is self defense. That's very, very true. Liking college football in Alabama, if you don't, um, I don't know what they do with you in the state of Alabama if you don't like college football. I don't know. They just throw you out to to the wolves or something. I don't know. Austin Brown has a song called "I Hate Alabama." I'll have to go check that out. Is it about the state or just like the university or what? Um, but I mean, the Alabama Crimson Tide, they're unbelievable. Austin is a diehard Georgia fan, so there you go. That sums that up. Um, that's cool. That's cool. I'll have to check that out. That's really funny. Um, any other questions? Anybody? Anything you want to discuss? I saw a bug. Was not a bug. Yes, it's about the team. Cool. I mean, that would be bad if it was about the actual state. Um, Tons of stuff on the channel for you to go check out, and I'm working on some new merch. By the way, I had some merch that I see you later, Bernadette. I had some merch that I put up probably over the summer, last summer, I think, and I'm working on some new merch right now. Some very exciting stuff coming, some new music too that I cannot wait for you guys to hear. Um, I will say I'm not that big of a hockey fan, but I do love going to hockey games. They're very fun. And Alabama does have 18 titles, and their fans will let you know about it. They have no shame. They will absolutely let you know that they have 18 titles. You don't even have to ask them, they'll just tell you. I mean, they like, introduce themselves and be like, hey, I root for Alabama. They have 18 titles. So tonight I will likely be filming some stuff for the weekend. That's how it goes. Mom screams at the TV, scares our little poodle cheering for Alabama. Husband roots for anybody that's not Alabama just to tick her off. See, that's kind of what I've become, is just the instigator. Just a root for the team that's going against them. Um, when will you have Emily react to Take Me Home Country Road? So the thing about that, people wonder why Emily's not in more videos. Emily and I actually live an hour and a half apart, and she works at a florist. And she's had a very busy year so far because they had Valentine's Day and now they got a lot of proms, which is like a lot of flowers. So she works a lot right now. So we have to use our time wisely to see each other. For instance, I went to see her yesterday and last night, and then I'm back an hour and a half away from her today. So when we're together on weeks like this, when we don't get to see each other that much, we like to just be together and watch TV and eat dinner and talk and stuff. But on the occasion where we get to spend a whole weekend together or something, that's when we usually film because we have time to do it. But that's why, if you're wondering why Emily's not in more videos, that's why. But once we're married, then all bets are off. Appreciate that, Philip. Dirty Loop's one of my favorite bands. I tell you what, and I didn't even listen to them before this channel. I mean, that's genuine. And now I listen to them all the time. I can't wait for more new music from them. If I had the, oh my gosh, this is $1 million question. If I had the opportunity to sing with Voctiv, which song from Voctiv would I sing with them? I mean, I'd be so in awe of singing with them. Probably the Disney Fly medley. The Disney Fly medley was the first thing I ever heard by Voctiv, and that's what made me fall in love with them. So it would probably be the Disney Fly medley. I did it. One of the first reaction videos I ever did was to that. You can go look that up. I mean, that's just lovely. Um, Alex, I have to take a picture of your comment. I have it open on my phone. I'm going to screenshot it because that's brilliant. Alabama fans are like the Cowboy fans of college football, but with the proof. That is, and George is a good sport. He's a Cowboys fan. He's agreeing with you. Carol of the Bells. I mean, anything with Voctiv. Voctiv's one of those, I've never heard a bad thing from them. And I will say, Tiffany Coburn, who sings with Voctiv, my family and I are on the same label in Nashville as Tiffany Coburn, who's a soprano for Voctiv. She's got a new album coming out on that label. It's a gospel album, and you guys need to go check that out because it's. I don't have to. I don't even have to hear it to already know it's going to be incredible. So, because it's her. Um, it's about time. What's everybody doing for dinner tonight? Because I'm when I get done with this live stream, I'm going to get some dinner because I'm starving right now. I'm getting the shakes right now. I am so hungry. What's everybody doing for dinner? Maybe you can give me some ideas. Spike said, "Ooh." I guess he's reacted to the news of Tiffany Coburn's solo album. We do pizza on Fridays with all my children. That's fun, man. Pizza nights as a kid, that's the best. I remember anytime it was pizza night when I was a kid, it's the best. Chicken pot pie, loaded mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is one of my favorite dishes ever. You should totally have barbecue. That doesn't sound bad. And then James had barbecue chicken. See, earlier we were talking about weight loss. Now we've transitioned to loaded mac and cheese and barbecue. What song would you sing with Home Free? I think one of my favorites from them so far was Elvira that they did with the Oak Ridge Boys. I thought that was so much fun. Domino's Pizza, Tater Tot Hot Dish. George had hot wings. I had wings last night actually, so I have to do something other than wings tonight. Although I guess you can't ever have too many wings. But I did have wings last night, so I don't know if I'll have them again tonight. But Friday night is a good night for wings. Although Buffalo Wild Wings, they have boneless wings for like cheap on Thursdays. So all this talking about food is making me more hungry. George has an air fryer. Man, those things are unbelievable. Those things have you dinner cooked in like a sitch. McDonald's. Can't go wrong with McDonald's. Mickey D's. Oh, man. So I hope you guys enjoy the live stream. I would love to. What have I done the home free song with Kenny Rogers? What song did they do with Kenny Rogers? Because I feel like I've done that one. We do taco night with the entire family on Sunday. Tacos are the best too. So I'd love to start doing the live stream again weekly. Appreciate that, Jonathan, very much. I'd love to start doing the live stream more because I just love off the cuff, hanging out, um, just chatting. Sometimes I get the piano out and we'll sing a little bit. Would love to have Emily on a live stream. I did, Pierce. Children Go Where I Send Thee. Yes, I did react to that on the channel. Loved it. Can't believe we lost Kenny Rogers, man. Kenny Rogers, a legend. You got to know when to hold him, know when to fold him, know when to walk away, know when to run. But I'd love to start doing the live stream more. Christmas Sunday's coming back soon. 70K, literally, we're right there. We're knocking on the door of 70K. 100K is the big mega goal. Social media stuff, I wish you guys would check out. Covers and original music. New merch coming soon. New music coming soon. That's the one I'm most excited about. And this weekend, there'll be more reaction videos. In the meantime, somebody on here earlier said they were binge watching all my videos. That's a good idea too. Spike, listen. I'm probably not. I should probably know more about it. I don't even know what Discord is. Can you explain to me before I go and have dinner? Uh, George worked at McDonald's. He was a cook. Everybody I know that was a cook at a place now hates that place after they leave. Uh, but I don't understand what Discord is. I don't understand how it works. I've had people tell me I need to get on there. I am on Patreon. I will put the link to that in the comments. There's that. But yeah, I don't understand what Discord is. Dis Voice chat. So what is it like? I mean, what's the difference in that and like just go talking to somebody on the phone? It's like the old AOL chat rooms, but you control your own server. You can do voice channels too, and you can stream video there. Okay, I'll have to check it out because I don't like I have friends that have like done Twitch, and they had a Discord, and I just could not figure out for the life of me what it was. So I have to check it out. Multiple people can be in a room talking. Okay, cool. Well, I need to go eat some dinner. But thank you guys for hopping on. We'll do another live stream very soon. In the meantime, be on the lookout. There'll be new videos up tomorrow. And thank you guys so much for hanging out. Take it in, soak it up. Bye, everybody.